Straight ahead on 12 News, a special Thanksgiving delivery.
I'm lucky that I'm able to do this.
The Brooklyn Park restaurant owner who helps warm up hearts and tummies. Plus, a gift that's more than a giant check. It could help jumpstart future careers. But first, popcorn, candy, and now alcoholic beverages soon to be sold at a Plymouth movie theater. 12 News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. The Mann Theater in Plymouth is undergoing a massive renovation.
The owners say it will become the most luxurious theater in the Twin Cities. As Delane Cleveland reports, city officials in Plymouth have great expectations for what the changes will mean.
At the Plymouth Grand 15, colorful posters hang on the wall showcasing Hollywood's latest box office blockbusters.
I know that the new Hunger Games movie just came out, and so I'd love to go see that with some of my friends over break.
For many, going to the movies is a holiday tradition.
I'm sure the publicity's got something to do with it too.
But for the city of Plymouth, they're hoping that this theater will draw people year-round.
They really are putting a lot of investment into the building, and I think it's going to draw a lot more people to the area.
Mayor Kelly Slavic says the theater is in the middle of a $9 million renovation project, which includes luxury recliners.
Yeah, that would be nice. Some of those seats are kind of uncomfortable.
However, reclining seats wouldn't be the only upgrade. Usually people would have to go to a place like a liquor store to pick up alcohol, but soon enough they'll be able to do it at this movie theater as well.
I don't know how alcohol would enhance the movie. I suppose if you have enough to drink, you'd like it better. But
They'd have to be able to have people that are monitoring who's drinking. People have to get carded in order to get in. Would they have 21 plus only?
Tuesday night, the Plymouth City Council brought up similar concerns.
I'm just concerned to know how are we going to manage that issue.
Theater officials said they would have numerous safeguards in place.
When we started this whole process, I guess we felt that we were no different than an Excel Center or a Target Center.
In the end, the council approved the liquor license. Now, city officials are excited for what comes next.
I'm hopeful that the movie theater goers will spill over into our bars and restaurants and our retail and really revitalize the area.
In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
Plymouth city officials say alcohol sales at the theater should begin in late January. However, all of the renovation should be finished by February 1st.
After an electrical fire Monday, a Golden Valley nonprofit is scrambling during its busiest time of the year. Volunteers at PRISM are busy boxing up cartons of food for families that need immediate help. Normally, families can browse the food aisles themselves, but the PRISM building is still closed to the public because of smoke damage.
We had 86 families visit us yesterday for food, and we expect the numbers to be equally as high today. The food shelf will be open as usual on Monday. The thrift shop we plan to have open on Wednesday, and we're working on our holiday toy program and the rest of the holiday season.
As the entire building gets a thorough cleaning, PRISM is counting on volunteers to get its thrift store put back together on Monday and Tuesday, and they hope to reopen it on Wednesday.
It sounds like an impossible feat. Raise $200,000 in about 2 months' time. A Brooklyn Center-based nonprofit smashed that goal, and now teens in Brooklyn Center and Brooklyn Park will benefit.
Right here, 3, 2, 1.
In Brooklyn Center City Hall, community leaders are all smiles about a giant check that represents employment opportunities for youth.
The Brooklyns will be the first cities in Hennepin County to launch a youth employment program like this in the suburbs.
What that means for teens in Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center is the chance at a summer job that stretches beyond the typical dishwashing or fast food job.
We can show youth a better way. We can show them a better path. We can show them a better way to get to that professional environment that we all enjoy.
It could be a paid summer internship at Boston Scientific or City Hall for teens with potential, but those who might not have the guidance otherwise to pursue college and career.
If you start working with some of these kids even just a little bit, they are just starving for, how can I do this? How can I do that? How can I make my life better?
Starting this summer, the Youth Employment Program will work with teens on pre-employment training and placement in paid internships and job shadow opportunities.
Having opportunities for young people to not only get paid a livable wage, but also build their capacity is an important part of preparing for a quality life.
Wikiwea of nonprofit Youth Prize offered a matching $100,000 grant to fund the youth employment program. Contributions from the Brooklyn cities, Hennepin County, and businesses will help make the possibility of professional careers a reality for local youth. 4 local school districts and 2 local colleges are also partners in this initiative. The goal is to have Brooklyn Center and Brooklyn Park take over the program in 2017.
After the first of the year, you'll begin noticing a new look in Brooklyn Park. The City Council got an update on its rebranding campaign this week, and you can see the difference between the city's old logo on the left and the new on the right. Brooklyn Park will also have a new tagline, unique, united, and undiscovered.
Image is incredibly important to every organization, and that includes a city. And I can't tell you how important it is to our city, especially considering when we look at how others outside our borders view us.
The new logo will roll out slowly as items need replacing, starting with letterhead and business cards. Eventually, the website, city vehicles, and maybe even a water tower will be updated. Well, preparing Thanksgiving dinner can be hectic and time-consuming.
It is even more nerve-wracking when you have to cook for hundreds of people, but that's what the owner of Wagner's Drive-In in Brooklyn Park is doing. Here's Sonia Goins.
Double? Okay. With bacon or no bacon?
Wagner's Drive-In has been serving up classic American food since 1972.
You want it toasted or you just want just a Kaiser bun?
On Thursday, they will dish out something different.
All I'm going to do here is boil the potatoes.
Owner Jim Wagner and volunteer staff will serve more than 400 traditional Thanksgiving meals.
That is a lot of turkey. And ham, dressing, and yams, and potatoes, and gravy, and salads.
Today was all about preparing for the big feast.
Now we're cooking with gas.
A majority of the meals will go to the University of Minnesota Amplax Children's Hospital.
If you've ever had a loved one that has not only cancer, but transplants or any of the other issues, you always end up back in the hospital quickly.
Being in the hospital is not good anytime, but it's especially hard and depressing during the holidays.
Instead of them trying to go find food, we'll bring it to the different floors. I keep the food hot, fresh.
Jim Wagner and his crew have been serving up Thanksgiving dinners at the hospital for 8 years.
I'm lucky that I'm able to do this. I have the knowledge and the experience.
This is a personal endeavor for Jim.
I do know what it's like.
He's a 19-year transplant recipient.
I'm lucky I've got somebody that donated me a kidney. I'm lucky I've got also a donated pancreas.
He says on a day of giving,
I've been blessed. I don't look at it as just me.
It feels good to share his blessings with others.
Everybody's very thankful for the meal, and it all goes. They love the meal.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
The Thanksgiving deliveries were started by a charity called Blair's Tree of Hope. It honors Blair Anderson of Hopkins High School, who died in 2007 of complications from leukemia. Coming up, is Black Friday really the day for deals? Hear what local shopping expert Carrie Hasha has to say about that.
And then later in sports, Armstrong-Cooper plays its first game as a newly combined program in boys hockey.
But first, on Thanksgiving, be thankful for your furnace. Temperatures will stick to the teens.
The holiday shopping season is officially underway.
The main event, of course, is Black Friday, but is it really worth all the hype? Eric Nelson goes looking for answers in today's Money Savers Report.
Black Friday is the Super Bowl of shopping days.
It really is. If you are a smart shopper, you really can come out ahead.
Shopping expert Carrie Hasha of PocketYourDollars.com says it truly is the pinnacle buying day as shoppers flock to stores and go online looking for super savings.
It is not all hype. What it is, though, is a whole lot of noise and a whole lot of marketing messages.
One of the key questions for Black Friday 2014 is, will I get a better deal online or should I get up early and visit a big box store?
I'll answer it this way. I will not be waiting in line at any store when they open Thursday night or Friday morning because I can get most of the items that I want online at comparable prices.
Some stores also open their doors on Thanksgiving, putting shoppers in a quandary. Do they give up that extra piece of pumpkin pie just to join the shopping stampede?
I don't think you need to really be out chasing unless shopping is a sport for you.
But Hasha predicts there will be a bonanza of cyber deals this year.
We'll see deeper than ever discounts online starting earlier than ever, more folks offering free shipping.
Cyber shopping versus in-store shopping has morphed into a buying battle. To counter online sales, some traditional brick-and-mortar stores get creative, luring early shoppers in with free giveaways.
They have a freebie for you. Everything from gift cards for just totally free merchandise to stuffed animals to really great coupons.
Hasha says the best deals this year are on small kitchen appliances, laptops, tablets, and gaming consoles. She advises shoppers to stay away from getting name brand TVs. For Money Savers, I'm Eric Nelson, Channel 12 News.
According to the National Retail Federation, on Black Friday last year, U.S. shoppers spent an average of $407. Coming up, a local connection to this year's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
First in sports, our first boys basketball highlights of the season, including Brooklyn Center versus Park Center. John Jacobson is in next.
And then just shoveled it.
Really good hockey matchup, two top 5 teams, and exciting finish. So.
Right, and not an easy schedule for Wayzata at the beginning of the year. They're really getting tested by some of these teams. The third-ranked Wayzata boys hockey team faced number 1 Edina on Saturday night in the Channel 12 Turkey Trot Final. They had another tough opponent Tuesday as they faced 5th-ranked Elk River at home. Wayzata gets on the board early. Max Zimmer fires. Billy Duma is there to put the rebound home for a 1-0 Trojans lead. Tied at 1 when Duma wins the draw, and Zimmer skates into the high slot and zips the shot high on the stick side. Wayzata adds another to lead 3-1 after 1. Up 3-2 in the second. Trojans defenseman Alex Stevens skates down the slot and fires a shot through traffic. That makes it 4-2. Stevens then ahead to Mark Senden. Jack Fetcher gets to the net. He's stopped, but Nathan Dingman puts the rebound in for a 5-3 Trojans lead. It's 5-4 after 2. The Elks tie it up on a power play. Reggie Lutz to Matt Kierstead across to Ben Johnson. He buries it, and we go to overtime, tied at 5. In OT, Elk River wins it. Jax Murray carries it into the Trojan zone and puts the shot in. And it's a great game, and Elk River wins it 6-5 in overtime. It is the start of a new era of the combined Armstrong-Cooper boys hockey program as they played their first game. The Wings taking on St. Francis on the road. First period, the Saints' Derek Bark follows his own shot from the circle and scores on the rebound. The Saints take a 1-0 lead on the Wings. The score remains the same until the third period. Trey Rooney passes it across to Corey Gilbert. It's prone on the ice and still scores. That's a great power play goal, and the score is tied 1-1. Good scoring chance on the 2-on-1 rush for the Saints, but Wings goalie Keegan Odell makes a big save, keeping the game tied at 1. Just over a minute to play in the third period. Thomas Barber sweeps around behind the St. Francis net and feeds Trey Rooney on the doorstep for what turns out to be the game-winning goal. Armstrong-Cooper wins its first ever game, 2-1. Maple Grove is regarded as a top 10 preseason boys basketball team by some. The Crimson were tested by an improved Cooper club Tuesday. Season opener for both teams at Cooper. Crimson take an early lead, but Cooper comes back. Teron Pickford hits a three-pointer for the Hawks. And it's Melvin Newbern on the break, and he'll finish here with a two-handed jam. Maple Grove stays in control in the first half, though. Sophomore Jack Hutchison rattles in a three, and the Crimson lead 37-33 at halftime. The second half is back and forth. Adrian Jackson, great pass to Damian Gordon for the two, and a 50-48 Hawks lead. Then Bejan Newbern with a three for the Hawks, and they are up by half a dozen. Maple Grove chips away at that lead. Hutchison shakes a defender, hits the jumper, and the Crimson are up 61-59. Tied at 64 with 5 seconds to play. Teron Pickford hits a pair of free throws for Maple Grove, and that decides the game. The Crimson beat Cooper 66-64. Park Center and Brooklyn Center renewed their rivalry in boys basketball at Park Center. It was a great start in this game for Brooklyn Center. Landon Kirkwood will drill a step-back three, and that's the start of a big night for him for BC. Terrell Beasley drives and misses this shot coming up, but Teddy Clark will make an acrobatic tip in with the left hand for the Centaurs. Beasley drives again. He'll dish to Clark for 2 of his 25 points. 16-5 Centaurs as they dominate the first half. Devontae Prince has a big game off the bench. He jabs the ball away, gets the pass to score, plus a foul, and he scores 15 in the game. Kirkwood with a clear path. He'll dunk it home for 2 of his 24 points. They make it 33-7. Brooklyn Center rolls to a 47-24 halftime lead. Park Center plays a better second half. Avery Matthews nails a 3, but they have too much ground to make up. Clark and the Centaurs get their first win over Park Center in the 4 years since they started playing again. The Centaurs win by 20. So, what do you have planned for Thanksgiving? We posed that question to local high school athletes.
Go over to my grandma's house. We always seem to have Thanksgiving over there and just hang out with the family and play games and eat lots of turkey.
Thanksgiving for me, we go to my grandma's house and we play pond hockey usually if it's frozen. Otherwise we just, I don't know, eat lots of food, make pies and make Christmas cookies.
I'm probably gonna go spend it with my grandpa in Des Moines. He lives out there by himself, so we're all gonna drive out there, show him some love.
We just all get together and eat a lot of food, maybe not too much since we have a game the next day, but just gonna get together, have a lot of quality family time, and eat a lot of turkey.
Well, we're not hosting Thanksgiving this year, but all the Doughboys are going to my cousin's house, and we cook like 3 turkeys, and we just have a lot of food, so it should be fun.
Actually, I'm going to go down to see my sister in DeKalb, Illinois, so I got a 6-hour ride, and really I got to turn around because we got practice on Friday, so it'll be a lot of driving, but, you know, you do it for family, so.
That's
So
right.
fun time, safe travels. But yeah, some of the kids have practice or games on Friday.
It's still able to see family. That's
A lot
important.
of family time.
Thanks a lot, John. Still ahead, a lot of hot air and a pudgy smile.
We'll be right back.
And finally, a taste of General Mills will float through the streets of New York City.
Viewers of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade will get to see a pudgy fellow, there he is, a new and improved Pillsbury Doughboy. The Doughboy's been in the Macy's Parade since 2009, but this year there's a change, not in the Doughboy's stature, but in the balloon fabric. The old Doughboy was showing its age. General Mills said instead of changing the design, they wanted to stay with something tried and true. And at my house, that is a tradition. We'll be sitting there with my granddaughter and me, watch that, and then the dog show.
I like that. I like it a lot.
That's it for now. Thanks for joining us. Have a great Thanksgiving weekend, everyone.
Community Corner is coming up next.